Your way is the only way to play on DraftKings Casino. Play online in your time, your space, and within your means. It's safe, secure, and reliable. Download the DraftKings Casino app now. Sign up with promo code CANCELLED, and new customers get a deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. Only on DraftKings Casino with promo code CANCELLED. Hello and welcome back to a special episode of the Canceled Podcast. Oh, I forgot my little mask.
I'm like, notice anything different?
If you are listening to the podcast right now, you are not able to see, but Brooke and I are dressed as the Hamburglar and Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, and I did not get to choose which one I was, as you can probably tell.
I felt like, well, to be honest with you,
honestly, it's so on brand because of the whole McDonald's thing. I love McDonald's so much.
I like your costume way more than mine, but I think it's because it's sluttier.
Yeah, I'm like trying to tuck like everything in, but really if I stood up I look like the neighborhood whore.
Yeah, and I'm so into costumes that give neighborhood whore. Why do I have a necktie on, you know? But I am loving my little cape.
That is so, you look so cute. I love your outfit.
The cape feels like me. I feel like the Hamburglar. I'm gonna put my mask on my knee.
You should see what happens if you jump.
Oh my god. That's how I die. Have you ever thought about that? What if you die? The BBL thing had me really thinking about that. Like if I death by BBL, I would resurrect just to kill myself.
Yeah, you would have to. I was just talking about this literally last night because I've been riding so many Lime scooters, and if I died on a Lime, which is really easy to do, I would have
I would lie for you.
You would know to lie for me, right?
I would lie for you 100%. I would say death by saving someone from a shark attack.
Yeah, it would have to be that.
Yeah.
And who's gonna check?
Do you know what your outfit just reminded me of?
What?
The other day, you were cussing someone out.
What?
And they were asking me how to apologize to you. And they were suggesting things oh, what do I do? I don't want Brooke to be mad at me, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no.
And they were should I get her a Happy Meal? It's a real thing that people think that how
I would
funny
have
is
loved that, but I feel bad that I cussed anyone out. I've been really having a tough month. I think I've been more angry than usual.
I don't know why you're going through that, and I am sorry. I have been the victim a couple times, but that's okay.
I know, I'm sorry. I don't know what is up. I think it's maybe I have a hormonal imbalance or something. I wanted to go on birth control, but I'm already a little off.
I've been thinking I have hormonal imbalance too, but I just made it up. I don't know why.
I'm making it up too, but
that's okay.
I don't know. Because I actually am so angry. Somebody texted me yesterday and I got so hot. I had to take a second,
really?
Away from my phone. And I'm why on earth are you that upset?
Yeah, I don't know. But I feel you. October is the most stressful month of the year for me. So I get super angry.
It's one of my favorite months. So I think part of it's why I'm mad that it's October and it's 95 degrees outside.
It is so fucking hot here. It is so hot right now, but I love that because I'm doing all these slutty things, and then the weather is
nice
acting.
for Halloween because I remember I feel I'm always freezing on Halloween, but I've been buying all these fall things, all these different Uggs and stuff, which so many of the comments on the last episode were Brooke's Uggs look so fucking stupid, but
I don't think
I'm so excited to wear them all, and I can't because it's still so hot.
It is so fucking hot here. You know, today Lila was out shopping. And she was at the IMG showroom, and I was oh my god, get me an outfit, I want something. She looks me dead in the phone and she was I don't know if they have anything that you want, but they have jorts. Do you want jorts?
I love
it's becoming it's literally day by day it's becoming worse and worse.
I updated a jorts vlog, and a lot of people were wow, I didn't expect the jorts to be that jorty.
They were very jorty. Those are the men's jorts.
Jortiest jorts. If you think about it, jorts just is jean shorts.
Yeah.
Did you see the Post Malone coming to bat for jorts?
Yeah, he really likes jorts, but that wouldn't make sense.
No, Post but did you see it?
You sent it to me, but I think I was high.
If you didn't watch it, you're such a brat.
I think I did, but I just when you smoke weed ever, do you have does it fuck with your memory?
I don't know. I don't really smoke very much anymore.
It's been messing with my memory so hard and my dreams to the point that I can't differentiate what's a dream and what's real life.
Ooh.
And Ty was telling me this was happening to him, if that makes sense. The other day they were Paige was oh, did Robin come by and drop off some stuff for you in the morning?
Know if she actually
And I was yeah, she did. Blah, blah, blah. And then come to find out 3 hours later, it was a dream.
Oh,
and I was
weird.
Am I schizo?
Yeah, that's crazy because sometimes something's gonna happen. That happens to me a lot when I know I'm about to do something when I wake up. So I'll dream waking up and doing it.
Yes.
And you don't actually then you wake up and you're wait, what the fuck?
And I've been so confused lately. I can't figure out what's a dream or what's not.
I wonder what that is. And has weed ever done that to you?
I don't know. I not this hard. It's just been weirding me out. And just weird things keep happening. I had this whole dream that Zach Bia was throwing this party for
I'm in.
Ricky Banks. So I texted Zach and I was like, and I texted Banks and I was like, blah, 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 like, miss you. You were in my dream, like, da, 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 da. And then tonight, Zach is throwing a party for Banks.
Oh,
and
you're
I was
a
like,
sidekick.
Like, how weird is that?
That is crazy. Do you believe in sidekicks?
Yeah.
I think you are one.
I believe in psychics, but I don't know what's going on. And then I had a dream. So a year ago was Trevor Wallace gate.
Oh,
do you know what I'm talking about? Like when I went on the,
like when you went,
what's the machine called? Life Alert?
A lift. Yeah, I don't think it's called a Life Alert.
It's definitely not. The Life Alert's the button. I actually have a Life Alert button in my nightstand.
Do you?
Yeah. So if like my stalker tries to come kill me, I can just like hold it down and the police come. I had a dream that Trevor and I hung out for the 1 year anniversary of hanging out, like of that night. And then Trevor hit me up randomly and was like, we should just do it. Like, let's hang out. Let's watch Pawn Stars, like all this shit. And I was like,
oh my God, why am I jealous? I'm jealous because I just listened to Trevor Wallace on Giggly Squad.
Yeah.
I was like I just love them. So, and I've never listened to a full episode. I only like watch their clips. So I finally was listening to full episodes and I started with Trevor. And afterward I was like, oh my God, I think I have to text him and ask him on a second date. He was so funny. But I can't ask a man on a second date, so. Like, why am I wearing McDonald's costume?
Dude, I was doing this all day yesterday on Trisha's podcast. I was dressed as a fembot and not like a cute fembot.
No,
like I had
loved
the big
it. It was
wig.
like a full, like fully committed moment.
Yeah, fully committed. My hair was like as tall as the fucking ceiling. And I was saying all this shit about like hot people. And I was like, this is so embarrassing if someone fucking sees me.
I love it so much. Her Ice Spice was my favorite thing I've ever seen.
It was so cute too because Ice Spice like messaged her and was like, you slayed, like blah blah blah, and like posted it. And Trisha was so gagged. And it's like, Trisha, you are just as iconic.
Trisha has no idea how famous she is
and at all.
She's so like delusional in that way. Like I just went on her podcast, which is like crazy. I'm so excited.
She was so happy.
But she just kept saying things like, oh, you guys make me feel so cool. I'm like, Trisha,
you're the coolest person alive.
Like she's my idol.
Dude, I had on a wig cap yesterday at Trisha's and like no makeup. Like I looked like somebody's, like I looked like a toucan, like a bird. Like I was like bald and it just, the nose was really, and like the acne out, whatever. And she's like, you look so beautiful. I was like, I took a photo to commemorate how I look. You want to see how I looked?
So much.
Like, she just loves us like delusionally. She loves us so much that it's like
it makes me want to just die right now so that I can never do anything to mess it up.
This is how I looked when she told me I looked the best I've ever looked.
You do look really cute there.
But yeah, we both went on Trisha's podcast again. I'm really like I just want to hang out with her every fucking day.
Me too, so bad. I'm almost like nervous about it though because I like, first of all, we were talking for so long, but I also was so into the conversation that at a certain point, it came over me that like this is being filmed and it's going to go online, and I was like, oh no.
That's so funny you say that because I never really feel that way on podcasts. I'm very aware, like I'm podcasting right now, but yesterday we podcasted for like 3.5 hours, and I was like, I just kept going in and out and being like, oh my God, this is on camera. Like cut that. Like I just start to like really talk shit with her.
I was scared to ask her. I texted her last night and I was like, is it okay if I like see it beforehand? Just because like I really was like just saying everything. I told like stories that I just should never ever tell.
Like she just like creates such a comfortable environment. She also told me that she would have gone to our San Diego show had we asked her, and I was like, there's no, like I would have died for her to be a special guest on tour. I think we have to make it happen for.
I think if we do an LA show, we should like literally die.
But it's so funny because she hates like other influencers.
Yeah, so we might. I guess I would prefer. Well,
like I could see her driving down somewhere further to like avoid the idea of seeing anyone else.
Yeah, because like if you think, I want it to be like a crowd that like really just would be like so
surprised.
Yeah,
it would be fucking everything. I invited her to my Halloween party that I'm throwing on Friday, and she was like, absolutely not. I love you so much, but it's past my bedtime and I'm scared of everyone else.
I love that. I can't wait to be in like the just wife and mom era.
I know.
We say it every episode, and it's like I can absolutely wait because I don't even have a boyfriend or any prospects. But
no prospects, I feel you. Well, first of all, I can't wait to be in the fucking mom era like her. And Moses is just like unreal. Like yesterday I was wearing shoes that were like platform heels and they had fuzz on top. And she was like, we have to match, but I don't have these shoes. Went and got a fuzzy pair of shoes from her closet, a platform pair of shoes. And Moses was like disembodying them and like making her like new shoes.
That is crazy. He made her Ice Spice necklace. He made it.
Tavern. Like imagine to your man being like, I really like filming TikToks where I pretend I'm in a tavern and then he turns an entire room in your house into a fucking
my God,
tavern.
I saw that. I didn't know what you were thinking or talking about for a second there. The one that's like Trish like a fish tavern.
But just imagine a man loving you enough. Imagine a man loving you enough, period.
I know.
To literally like bring you a glass of water. But like let alone like doing shit like that.
We gotta raise the bar a little bit.
He's turning a window in her house into a real functioning drive-through so that she can make drive-through TikToks.
I love her. I love them both. That's just so sweet.
No one will ever love me that much. It's so crazy.
He built their bed. He's like he's an artist, right?
I think so, yeah. Or like I know he did underwater photography.
I thought he was painting that. I thought they were like water paintings. And I think they were like hyper realistic.
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
I might be completely making that up, but he's like so good at everything. I'm like, where did she get him?
And just like loves her so much. Like she's the star. He wants nothing like from her. It's so crazy.
God, I love. And you know what? I always say this recently. No, this is going to be my first time ever saying it. Is so long as we are happy for people who have that, we will end up with it. I said that about Brie and Zach. I was like, I'm just so happy for her because I'm manifesting it happening.
I'm trying so hard, but it's like I'm in like the driest. I say this as I'm dressed as the Hamburglar, like maybe that's why. But I'm in like the driest dry spell of my life ever lately, and it's like I'm trying so hard to like normalize that and be like, you don't have to be talking to anyone, you don't have to be flirting with anyone, you don't have to be excited about anyone, like. But it's crazy how much better it just makes life.
I get that, but what's like the longest period you think you've ever gone without having anybody to talk to? Or like who, like somebody who you're like actively
probably like 4 or 5 months.
That's a pretty good amount of time actually.
But like I just right now I'm so bored and I keep
the problem in my opinion with that though is like if I don't have somebody to focus that kind of energy into, I'll end up focusing it into something worse.
Or like someone who doesn't deserve it or like
just other things.
Step into a world of nonstop action on DraftKings Casino. Play the classics like blackjack, roulette, and slots. Plus, enjoy exclusive games you can't find anywhere else. Right now, new customers can get a deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. All you have to do is sign up, select the offer, make your deposit, and start playing from a full suite of games. Your way is the only way to play on DraftKings Casino. Play online in your time, your space, and within your means. It's safe, secure, and reliable, so you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you're ready. Download the DraftKings Casino app now. Sign up with promo code CANCELLED, and new customers get a deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. Only on DraftKings Casino with promo code CANCELLED. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Please play responsibly. In partnership with Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races in West Virginia. All games regulated by the West Virginia Lottery. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut and Michigan or New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. One per opted-in new customer. Minimum $5 deposit. Max match $100 in casino credits, which require one-time play-through within 7 days. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/players choice. Restrictions apply. I've had some like hookups recently.
Wait, sorry, I'm like laughing at it all of a sudden cutting to like there being so much McDonald's. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I've had like a hookup or two now and again, but it's just like
just not getting the job done.
I just really like, I look back at my life and I look at the people who have like really just put in the work and dicked me down like presidentially. Okay. And I think that it's like I took it for granted. It doesn't
because it's like almost like you just get used to it.
Like I would just be like, someone would be fucking me so good and I'd be like, oh my God, their personality's like a little annoying. It's like, oh my God, literally like who cares, Tana?
Do you think they exist like with both or no?
I'm not sure. I think that's also...
I don't know. I know Pete Davidson is laying it down.
That's where I'm at right now. I was just going to say, I was saying this on Trisha's as a fembot. Now I'm saying it as a Hamburglar too. He's literally going to get a fucking cease and desist.
He better.
But my crush on Pete Davidson is making me realize that like I can't settle for a guy who isn't funny. And it's like, yes, there's all these amazing fucking other qualities that people have. But like I would rather have a homeless man who's funny.
Yeah, I guess I agree with that. I like had to put the Pete thing to rest for some reason because I just feel like he's a little like mentally off and I'm like really mentally off. Like I feel like we would just be like spiral central.
He could hit me with a fucking car. he could run me over. He could hit me with the car and then back up and do it again. And I would be like, baby, I'm so sorry.
I get that.
It's not even just him. It's his archetype. Like, just all I want is like a funny dying man. Like, so bad.
What are your thoughts on a funny guy who doesn't look like he's dying?
Like, we're close.
But you'd prefer for him to look a little decrepit?
Absolutely. Okay. Under eye bags on 10. You know?
Yeah. I wonder what that is.
I'm sorry I don't have so much energy today. October's really like draining me.
Honestly, you've been doing so much. It's like, I get that.
I've done like 4.5 fucking photo shoots this week. I've had 6 wig install changes.
I know. I loved your little black. You took it off so fast. And how'd you end up with like perfect hair already?
I had a hair appointment last night after my 2 photo shoots. The wig install was funny. I liked the dark hair, but people were not. It's one thing I didn't know is that like people take wigs so seriously, like the wig community.
And they like really like,
like if your wig is clockable, like it's like borderline a scandal. Like people like really comment your neck and like comment who did its neck and like all this shit.
You're a disgrace to all wig wearers.
All wig wearers. Like, and I was wearing a wig and apparently the part wasn't like up to par. And like,
what can be wrong with a part?
People were like, actually, I
have a side bang right now with my wig.
It's like, well, but you're being like silly. Like, I think it's like when you're like really
when you're being serious.
People get like actually so fucking mad. People were literally fighting in my comments like crazy about this wig.
Honestly, they're so
wig
bored.
Left. You know, I had to take it off.
It's
and
okay.
run.
Pull it down a little on Facetune, hit it with a little smooth, and it looks perfect.
Absolutely, and that's what I kept saying in my TikToks. I was like, listen, like this is for a photo shoot. It's for a Facetune moment. We're gonna refine, we're gonna smooth, we're gonna patch, and we're gonna move on.
And everyone's gonna mind their business about your little part.
And that's how I feel. But you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't. And then I've never thrown a Halloween party, and like October already as is like my whole normal schedule
is crazy
with like another schedule on top of it of all these shoots and photographers and prop people and makeup artists and hair people. And I love to serve, and I say it every year. I'm like, God, this needs to be my last year doing it. Like I'm tapped.
No, but you're so good at it. I feel like Halloween also you do so well on Instagram and stuff during Halloween because everyone loves it.
It is my favorite holiday, but I find a way to suck the fucking life out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know why I used to love it so much and now it like doesn't excite me as much and I wish it did.
I think I realized that I love it so much because I really do love to like play pretend. Like I love to dress up and
you
like
could
not
do that
be me.
anytime though. Like that's why Trisha's life is so fun.
I know, and I think I'm just gonna start making it a year-round thing, but like God, I'm just gonna start copying every fucking thing Trisha does. But like,
and that is totally fine. I think she'd love it.
I don't know.
The cosplaying Trisha as a cosplaying person.
I wanted to do that. The Cleopatra, like her
is
viral
that the one,
Cleopatra,
married with a donkey.
Yes, I was looking at that today. A Cleopatra costume. I went to Trashy Lingerie, right?
Oh, the best.
And Trashy Lingerie is this lingerie store, and there's only one, and it's on Hollywood on like Melrose or Fairfax. And it became famous years and years ago because it's the only place like Paris Hilton, Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan would buy their Halloween costumes. And it's like you have to pay for a membership to even like shop in there. Like a year-round membership, which is kind of crazy because it's like
what? I feel
an
like
October thing.
Really? Is that new?
But it's like, no, it's always been that way. It's like $5 or something. Like it's not super expensive. But then you get in there and the costumes are insane. Like they are made for
they're all handmade.
Like, and they're just made for a whore. Mm-hmm. Like just everything. It sucks you. You can add as much padding to anything you want. Like it's just like, that's the point. You know what I mean? Today I spent $3,000 on 3 costumes.
That is genuinely
and it's like
so insane, but it is so expensive. But it's because they really are all handmade and stuff. But it's crazy because it's like one day. It's like a wedding.
I know. That's Paige and I've been comparing so much of what we've been doing to like a wedding. Like we'll just be getting ready for like days for something, and then the shoot's like 30 minutes, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah. So I'm throwing a Halloween party at Hovo's. Well, have I talked about Hovo on this podcast before?
No. Well, I think you made a TikTok about it the other day.
I did make a TikTok about it.
We haven't talked about it on Canceled.
Over the years of calling paparazzi and or being shot by paparazzi without calling them, you kind of become friends with certain ones. Mm-hmm. And I became really good friends with a paparazzi named Frank Vasquez, and he's just like the best human. And aside from him catching me out or me calling him or whatever, like we're just great friends.
I love that you just say that you call them. So many people pretend they don't.
Every single celebrity I know, and that's the funny thing about becoming friends with paparazzi is they tell you the shit celebrities like call them for, and it's just you get all the fucking tea, and it's so interesting. But everyone calls them. I'm just like literally one of the only people who are honest about it. But yeah, we became friends over the years, whatever. Frank always posts the photos that he takes of me. And one day he receives this message from this guy who is like a Russian tech billionaire.
Love.
And like real like billionaire.
Yeah,
like
we do throw that around a lot. Like there are not that many billionaires in the world
at all. I feel like in my life I've probably met like 5, which is even
that's way more billionaires than most people will ever meet,
which is crazy. And this guy is so good at what he does and so like big in the tech world, you know. And he reaches out to Frank and he's like, I don't know his verbiage, but I want to be famous type of thing, you know? And hats off to him for his honesty.
That's crazy. I feel like usually when someone has money like that, it's like you have it all. Why would you want fame if you already have the money?
I've always said that. I don't understand it at all because I feel like fame,
but some people really do just want to be famous. I used to be like that.
But I think that people want it because they don't understand it, kind of like... I mean, there obviously are so many like cool perks to it, but like...
Yeah, but those perks are still available for billionaires.
100%.
All of them.
And it's, yeah, other than like people taking photos or like just lack of privacy, I guess, or like there's really, I've never understood it, but whatever. He sends my photo to Frank and he's like, I want to know her. Like I want like her, I want to, her lifestyle type of thing, you know? It's funny because I made a TikTok explaining this and everyone was commenting like, just say you're an escort. And I was like, I would just say I was
100%.
Like he doesn't want me. He doesn't want anything to do with me. Like we are like just friends, you know? And he's done a lot for me. Like he paid for Turks, our trip.
That's
and
such
like,
a slay. I had the best time, Hobo. I love you.
And he's just the sweetest fucking guy, and I love him. And I want to start putting him in my content more and more. But he was like, I want you to throw a Halloween party at my house and invite everyone you know. And I want it to be like a Tana party, but at my house.
I love that.
And I've never done something like that. And I've never thrown a Halloween party. And I think because it's my favorite holiday, like I just want it to be so good. I'm so nervous.
It is like, no, not pressure, but like Halloween, there's potential to have like such a good party. I know like you've been to like a Jaclyn Hill Halloween party.
I actually haven't, but I've heard about them. Like it's
God,
like
I only have because you passed your invite off to me one time.
Yeah, so I was doing something and I
grateful.
Couldn't. And yeah, she does like food on the conveyor belts and like all the crazy shit I've heard.
Every last detail. But also like everyone just wants to be drunk and in a costume. So.
I always think of Darren and Richie's Halloween parties too.
Oh,
where they like
God.
rent out the mansions.
Should I be working on that?
They're insane. And like, it's just, I get scared for throwing parties on holidays, which I'll like get into, I guess, in a little bit.
Because there's like so many other people also throwing parties or what?
No, because of the amount of people that come.
Oh.
Like, I get scared to throw parties on holidays because I usually invite like 300 people to my parties. And I keep all these separate lists of like, if I want to have a huge party, here's my huge party list. If I want to have a kickback, here's my kickback list. If I want to have a medium-sized party, here's my medium-sized party list. And then I invite the like 300 people or so. And then if 300 people all bring one person, that's 600 people. And it just ends up like getting so crazy. But when it's a holiday, like people just get ready to go out without having anything to do. And then like want to find parties. Do you know what I mean? And they, like my 4th of July parties 2 times, I've had like, like they were both hell on earth. Like I'll never throw a 4th of July party again. My first one, like 2,000 people came to my house at Weed Lake. And
that was so out of control.
I sent the invite that day on the 4th of July. I shit you not, to 20 people, and there were 2,000 people at my house. Like actually,
the police came. And like, the house was like on a hill, so like
the whole hill was blocked
she
off.
Literally blocked off like the entire.
I got so many tickets from the police that night. At the time, I had like 6 roommates, and all of my best friends were sitting around the perimeter of the house, stopping people from hopping the walls.
How crazy is that? Like, you want to go to a party so bad that you are literally scaling a mountain?
Which, absolutely, people were literally scaling the back mountain, whatever.
It was the night before you moved out, right? No, that was 4th of July.
It was the night before I moved out. I was supposed to move out of that house on July 5th, and I threw a party on the night of July 4th.
We are talking about 4th of July.
Looking back, that is something I would never, ever do again.
It was so...
But in my head, I was like, oh, all my stuff's in boxes. This is perfect to throw a rager because no one can, like, be touching and stealing, and... we're already going to have a cleaning crew come in the morning and clean the house top to bottom. So, but I wanted to have like
a destructive party.
Well, I wanted to have like a 100-person party, and then just like something horrible happened. Like it just got sent all around and people were out. And then the next year I threw a party. Like Lil Huddy had heard about my past Halloween party and he was like, I want you to do this at my house. And I was like, no, you don't. And he was like, yes, I do. Like, throw a party at my house. Let's throw a 4th of July party together. Oh my God, and then like same shit. Like someone fucked up his bathroom, his whole living room flooded. I remember for like, and he just like didn't care. And it was just like me trying to figure it out with his team and like mopping. And then someone pulled a gun on the security outside, like trying to get in at one point, like random people, randoms. Address got sent.
On the 4th of July?
Yeah, like they said America. Like,
yeah, what the, oh yeah, that does, nothing says America like pulling a gun.
To get into a fucking house party, like it just, I don't know. It does like, I get anxiety about holiday parties, but.
I don't know, I think it's going to be fun.
I think it is. I'm trying to keep the list like correctly tight and like nothing bad happens. It's
kind of scary though, because sometimes like, have you ever thrown a party and like try to make the list exclusive and then like not enough people come?
I guess that's true. That could happen. I hope that doesn't happen.
I don't think that will happen.
We got people on stilts. Like I got all these like Jack Skellington dressed people on giant stilts to enter at the door. And then we hired all these real giant prosthetic black mermaids to look like Black Swan and be jumping and swimming. And they like do water acrobatics in the pool.
Love.
And I'm trying to get like people to perform. I'm really trying to like take it there and make it super and
how exciting.
I'm scared, but I think it's gonna be fun.
Do you think you'll be able to have fun if you're throwing it?
I always have fun at parties
when you're sober.
Throw, but I've never, ever, ever in my entire 25 years of life thrown a party sober.
Eager to see how you feel about that.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't wanted to just like fucking drink one time until this. Like I would love to just fucking drink because I think drinking helps the stress of throwing a party.
For sure.
Like,
and it also probably, I think you'll really get a gauge, like you're like, do I enjoy this or not? Because you'll be sober and you'll know like what the real case is. Because so many things I enjoy only because I'm drunk.
I've always had so much fun at my own parties, but I have always been like so fucking drunk. So I don't know. I'm excited to like see it and get all the content and like remember it, you know?
So fun, honestly.
I might take a bunch of mushrooms or something.
Okay, well that's not really sober if you think about it.
That's kind of scary. Imagine I should say, like I always say I'm sober, but I just mean I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pop a Molly.
I have 2 separate guys in my life right now that I like would be perfectly eligible, amazing bachelors who are both sober. And I know that's like such a stupid reason to not talk to somebody, but like it's the number one deterrent. Like both of them would be like, I would marry these guys if they were just not sober.
Really?
And that sounds so stupid, but like I've always pictured my life like, imagine you have like dinner parties and you want to drink wine with your husband and stuff, and like
yeah, it's true.
In my lifestyle, I know that's going to cause like problems.
When I'm sober, I've always not liked being with a sober guy, but when I'm sober, I love being with a sober guy, if that makes sense. And there are exceptions to the rule. Like I've had fun dating someone who's sober when I wasn't, if they're down to just like have fun, like if they can enjoy that you're drunk. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
it would definitely be hard if they were like judgmental and stuff. I don't think either of them would be, but it just...
Can I know who they are? Can you just bleep them?
Yeah. His brother and...
They're both sober. Mm-hmm. That's crazy because both of those men are such catches.
I know. And like they still are. They probably are more so because they're sober. I just don't know if it like actually fits into my life the way I want it to right this second. I don't really drink that much, so it's like I don't even know if it would make like that much of a difference in my life, but
I'm looking for a sober man. Like sober guys like me so much more when I'm sober. Even Jeff, I feel like he literally just likes me more as a human being when I'm sober.
You are a little bit of a you know,
wild drunk.
A little wild drunk.
For sure. I miss it so much though. Like I would just do anything. Like I really wish I was the type of person, and I hope that like that is my goal with sobriety, that I can kind of get there to where like once a month I can like let loose and have fun and it not like control my life so much, because like there is something so freeing and like awesome about like just getting drunk as fuck for a night and being hungover for a day. Tornadoing your life a little, hooking up with someone that like, it's like I just missed the like fun, maybe kind of raunchy decisions. Like my decision making skills are just so on point, and it's like fuck, I just want to like
just say
wake up in someone's bed.
I get that. Well, do I get that? I don't know, because I feel like I've found like the perfect happy medium with drinking, because I was having such bad anxiety. Like I already have like horrible anxiety, so like drinking just makes it so much worse. And I found that it only happens. Anxiety only exists so long as I am around like other people. So now my new drinking style, I'm not drinking alone, but like I'm drinking often, but it's like at a dinner with one person, or like at home drinking wine with like one person, or like.
That's true. My anxiety does always come from my actions. I was thinking about that today.
Yeah, it's about like what you did to other, like I feel like it's like you are worried about how people perceived you and stuff, and that's where my anxiety mostly comes from.
100%, I agree with that. Like I was literally thinking about that today, because I was like, I've never not thrown a party and woken up with like so much anxiety. Like it's crazy that I'm just gonna wake up Saturday and be like, good morning. You know what I mean? I was thinking about the Dizzy white wine party today.
So fun.
And it was, the Dizzy parties were so fucking fun, because Dizzy would just get everyone hammered.
Dizzy got you dizzy, seriously.
Like, and just the shit people would do, they were always like Project X crazy, so fun. But, and again, this is something I miss about drinking. Like, I just don't feel like I would do this sober. But like the Dizzy party, I invited like every potential boyfriend prospect, every guy I was talking to. I think that's
hilarious. It's like putting a bunch of beta fish in a tank.
Hooked up with 2 of my exes that night. Like, just like didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But I remember waking up with anxiety, like gripping the walls. You know what I mean? Like, I was just so stressed.
Oh, wow. What a time.
And I don't know.
Do you have any of your boyfriends coming to the Halloween party?
I have 2 prospects potentially flying in, maybe 3.
Oh, they're getting flued out?
Not even. It just it happened to be that both of them with work had to be in LA like right around there, and they were like, "Oh, I'll change my flight." And then one of them is Kevin. I invited Kevin.
Honestly, such a slay.
I would love if he came, but I don't know if he can. If he can, he will.
Oh, I hope he does. But that'll be fun. I think that could be fun to do sober, to watch them like interact with you. Like you're like, oh no, both of them are at the sushi bar.
That's so fucking scary.
That's so fun. Maybe I'll invite all my boyfriend.
I think you should. Are you gonna invite a boy?
No offense.
Invite a boy.
Well, the boys that like I am interested in right now are so not people who I would like put in the influencer.
I guess space. I was gonna say like it's kind of influencery, but it's kind of not. Like I did invite a lot of people who aren't in the houses. The Beatles used to live in the house. It's gonna be very like glamorous. But then there's gonna be someone in that outfit, like unironically.
For sure.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't know. The guys I've been seeing lately are like very like, and by that I mean literally
pretentious.
Yeah, or just like older, so they're not like,
and you don't want to have to babysit them all night. I think that is one thing that I've always loved about inviting guys to parties, is seeing how they manage in social scenes. Like I love a guy that you can just like, he can do his own thing. Mm-hmm. Like, is he at your hip all night, or can he socialize with everyone else and be fun and normal and not embarrassing?
Yeah, I would be too hyper aware the whole time. Like I would be perceiving it from his perspective, and it would be ruined.
Oh my God, that's the worst. I hate doing that. I feel that. What are you dressing up as?
Now a bunny. I didn't have a costume. I almost didn't go, Tana.
I have so many bunny costumes, and I was thinking it could be funny. You kind of made the joke, but then I was actually like, should we do it? Of the year of OG Mindygate, OG Mindygate back in the day. It was a couple days before Halloween, and you, me, and Ashley Schwan were supposed to all be matching bunnies. And then
I think we should do. I think it'd be, imagine what that Instagram photo would do. People would be like, what the fuck?
Like, that's so funny, because it's like people, it's actually like so frustrating to me lately that people like just
people think we fully hate each other,
and they just like, I have said on this podcast like 1,000 fucking times, like Ashley and I are so beyond good. We live together. I spend every waking moment with her, like, and I love her. Like I see her side. I forgave her days after things happened, because like I really did like see and empathize. Yeah,
the fans are like parents though. Like I feel like they hold on to things like so much longer.
But even holding on to it, it's like, haven't you like not seen us be friends for like 10 years?
Yeah, like they forgot that part.
And just us living together, and it's just so wild. Like I don't even know. I made a TikTok the other day. Like I've been doing this series because Ashley cooks dinner every night, and I've been doing this series like where I like try whatever she made, and like all the comments are like, what? And I'm like, what do you mean what? Like I don't know.
Aw. She's back. She's never gone. We love her.
But yeah, I think the three of us
could all 3 be bunnies.
Because I have a black bunny, and then I have 2 glitter bunnies, and then you guys could be glitter and I could be black.
We honestly so funny. You know what I almost went as?
What?
Like my only like thought that I had was getting a blonde wig laid and being Tana Mongeau in Hefner video.
Honestly, if I'm a bunny and you're Hefner. But if you get your wig laid, make sure you go somewhere right.
Outsource.
Yeah, make sure you go somewhere right.
No Stassi Bell slander.
I'm not. Yeah, sorry. Hold on.
I cannot believe I'm wearing this.
Thoughts on Dylan Dennis and...
Oh my God, he texted me. He texted me a lot of times.
Dylan Dennis?
We did talk about the fight on the last episode with Josh, but he texted me this morning. and said, can we stop fighting?
Why would he say that? It's actually kind of crazy how much he is like actively pursuing.
He's so bored. Like well, first of all,
Drink
let's see.
Prime.
I forget what he said to me on Instagram the other day. And like
This episode is brought to you by Prime.
This episode is brought to you by Prime. Just pretending like we're sponsored by Prime and McDonald's is so funny.
He slid up on I posted that I was going back on Snapchat because I'm trying to be in my Snapchat bag like you are. Mm-hmm. And he said, embarrassing. I go, you lost a fight yesterday wearing fucking fringe. And then I said, badly. And he said, that's not a fight, bunny. That's a boxing match. In a real fight, he's dead in 220 seconds. And then he said, 20 star. Like he fucked up. And then and then I didn't respond to him. And he DMs me again. No comeback. Exactly. And I said, you are so fucking bored. Please go be a father. And he said, you have no banter. Texted me the next morning or this morning at 4 a.m. Can we please stop fighting?
To me, I just have such a visceral ick at the idea of him like defending himself in your DMs.
It's just like, no offense.
Like how many people has he said that exact sentence to?
I'm more concerned about the fact that like, yes, he lost badly and in the most embarrassing way, but he was still like in like the biggest fight that has happened in a while. I'm like, there has to be girls who are actually interested in you to talk to.
I've had like a couple of my friends be like, should I fuck him? And I'm like, should you what?
Be so fucking for real. And like, he's like, you have no banter. I'm like, no, I just don't want to fucking talk to you. He goes, I go, who is this? He goes, Harry Jowsey.
And what'd you say?
I said, Harry's next to me.
Harry's just...
And he left me on, or he didn't respond.
Harry being so far into Dancing with the Stars.
I'm so happy for him.
Dude, I keep like... It's so weird because Harry and I have so the friendship where like I don't say... Like we say funny, clowny things about each other. You know what I mean? Even when I went and saw him on Dancing with the Stars, I was like, I'm so fucking proud of you, Harry. And he was like, you're what? Like, it's like, it's just not how I talk about him or talk to him. But it's like, the fact that he's made it this far is so mind blowing to me. Like,
of course, I mean, he has like a really good, he's like a charismatic personality.
But like, so many of the votes are based on your dancing ability.
He's not getting anywhere in his dancing. No offense.
Yeah, like I feel like people just want to see like Hunky McHunkerson stay and fall in love with.
People are really shipping him and Riley.
I was just gonna say like people love that trope.
Fucking cute.
That happened to, I mean, Alexis Ren, granted, was like a dancer like her whole life, so that's probably why she made it so far. But I feel like she also stayed on Dancing with the Stars a lot longer because there was a whole storyline about her like falling in love with her partner as well.
Oh, really?
That's a dream.
I have something to talk to you about that is like so unrelated to anything that we're talking about at all, and it's just out of nowhere. But I want to know what you think about this.
I'm so excited. I love when you do this and you have like a fun little topic.
Did you know who Stephen Hawking is? It's not
big
funny.
fan.
Did you know that he cheated on his wife? He literally cannot speak or walk, and he cheated on his wife successfully.
So does his dick work?
I don't know. I didn't get the logistics, but I saw someone post a
TikTok
about it.
No, I need the logistics.
Wait, should we look into it?
Because it's like as in like he was text to chat cheating, or as in like
maybe he got hacked.
I know so many bitches in LA that would like get at and fuck Stephen Hawking.
I don't know. I think I might.
I just left my own body for a second. Like you and I are sitting here dressed up as Ronald McDonald with the Hamburglar talking about if we would or wouldn't fuck Stephen Hawking, and we get paid for this shit. And like not even just paid for this shit, like we have outsourced employees to help us with this shit. I had an
important call this morning, like literally where someone was like, what do you guys talk about? Like just your crazy stories. And I'm like, no, we've been really getting deep lately.
No, he got cheated on.
No. Hawking fell for a nurse, Diana King. Yes. Wait. So yeah, he cheated, right?
Recently, lately, I've just really been thinking about like, will I ever fall in love again? Like, you know what I mean? Like just very deep. Like it like scares me. I feel like I haven't been like, I've only been in love in my life like twice. And it just like, obviously both didn't work, but it's like, I'm just at the point where like, I genuinely am like, am I ever going to fucking fall in love like I was again?
Yeah.
You know? And obviously you can't compare like a new love to an old love. You don't want to fall
in love like you were again.
I was just thinking about this the other day so much. Like I would rather be with the love of my life and them cheat on me than be with someone that I'm not that like happy with and then be loyal.
Okay, but it doesn't have to be one of those two things. You know what I mean?
I'm just at the point where it's like
you're cynical. You're like that's not it doesn't have to be that way. Like just because he's the love of your life, like he's not going to cheat on you if he's the love of your life and he's the one.
I guess I'm also just at the point where it's like everyone is fucking cheaters. Like it is
really
so scary.
Fucking crazy because you like it's sad. I've heard someone say that one time, like it's like everyone cheats, but I like
Paige is always saying that. She's like dead set on the fact that like every man like would cheat. She also might just be gay.
I don't know, like
diagnosing Paige.
But I feel like anytime I've been in a relationship, I like really don't want anybody else. Mm-hmm. But then it's like if Pete Davidson were to approach me, like I'd cheat for sure.
Everyone's also in their athlete era, and like I've always like sworn off athletes because just notoriously that in my opinion they are like the biggest fucking cheaters. Mm-hmm. And I was asking someone this the other day. They were like, if I could be with like an athlete like dream man, like I'd rather be with him and he cheats on me than like, you know.
Would you rather know that he was cheating or not know?
Not know.
I think so too. Like I don't know how Catherine McBroom like functions.
That was a tough clip.
Free Catherine.
Do you know that one time I threw a party for my ex-boyfriend, Brad? Have I ever told this story on the Canceled podcast?
I was there.
Learning that men can like say so much to your face and then like move another way and like whatever was kind of like the beginning of my villain origin story. And I found out Brad was cheating on me because he was 5150 at Coachella because I tried to break up with him. I tried to break up with him at Coachella. And I was doing that thing, my little crazy eye thing where I'm like, do you need anything? What's the problem? It was awful. Whatever. And then I tried to break up with him because I just wasn't like happy anymore. And then he tried to
do a little
sewer slide. I don't think he was like very serious about that. Like, I think it was just like a very dramatic fight got taken way too far. But he ended up getting 5150'd, and while he was 5150'd, I had his phone and all these girls were like Snapchatting him.
That is a crazy time to go through somebody's phone, I will say.
Well, to be fair, his phone was just next to me going off and it was like all these whores. Like just like I straight up, it was like Brittany is typing. Like, you know what I mean? And then I was like, oh, well, who's Brittany? You know what I mean? And we just spent every second of every day together. So I was very much like, why are you Snapchatting all these whores? You know, like
what happened to me. I got cheated on right next to me.
Which is so fucking crazy.
The whole time.
But I found out that I threw him a birthday party and he was from Canada. So for his birthday party, he was like, oh, like he just like missed home and like, you know what I mean? And so I like made it snow in my house and like made it all Canada themed and like did all this stuff. And come to find out that night, the entire time he was like cheating on me, Snapchatting other girls.
So fucking crazy
like,
how that works. Like, God.
I just wish I could go back to me before the villain origin, you know?
Yeah, that's what's
dressed as the Hamburglar.
Trisha and I were just talking about this, but the fact that like you accidentally like blame everyone in the future for something that somebody else did to you, and like you just assume that every person is that horrible.
And I think that certain things just change the fuck out of you.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're hyper aware of things that you maybe weren't before, and like I know I'm like that. I'm so afraid of. I'm like, what are you doing on your phone? Like, I'm insecure now.
Yeah.
Hopefully that goes away.
I just feel like it made me become the type of person that was like, play before you get played. And it's very hard for me to
I get the villain origin of it all now.
You know what I mean? Like that just became like my defense mechanism. Like all men are shit anyways. So like, why would I not? Mm-hmm. You know?
Well, but to be fair, I can't think of one off the top of my head that isn't.
At all.
Even Stephen Hawking's cheating. Wait, what do you think about this whole Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith situation?
I get that Jada Pinkett is homeopathic, holistic. I don't know what the word is. Like she lives her life very differently than most people. And she just said in an interview, the same one that I think you're referencing, that she's been practicing her life as a nun, essentially a modern day nun, like abstains from drinking, doesn't watch anything that's like PG-13, doesn't have any sex, doesn't like do all these things. Like I get that she lives, which is how I fucking feel right now. Jesus fuck, can someone just rail me and give me a fucking shot of tequila? Anyways, and I like respect that, but I feel like everything she says and does towards that lifestyle is at the expense of Will, if that makes sense.
It's just so sad to me because it's like, first of all, this whole like secret like separation that they've had, she said it's been going on for 7 years. They've been separated. They're not living together. Like they've been like faking being married for 7 years.
Yeah.
And like clearly they went to great lengths to keep that secret. Like clearly they didn't want anyone to know about it. So for her to all of a sudden say it to like promote a book, I'm like, he better be getting 50%.
And obviously you can have so much love for someone platonically, like, so I guess that's how you can defend the slap situation, but still it's just so crazy. And like, it just makes me want to fuck Will Smith.
I think somebody has to. I tweeted today, I feel like he should step out with Pete Davidson.
You've seen all the people speculating that like him and Margot have had sex, right?
Robbie?
Yeah.
I would love that. Will Smith is a very, very talented, very rich, very smart.
Will Smith is fucking...
He is a fucking catch, okay? And he does
so
not
hot.
need to have a wife who's smearing his name. Everyone says like, why have enemies when you have a wife like Jada? I feel bad because I actually like, I have always really liked her. I like Red Table Talk, but like, I feel bad for him.
This is what I was literally going to show her that, like, look at these photos. Like, he fucked Margot Robbie. And they shot that movie together. I think it's called Focus or something. Great fucking movie. And like, just there's so many photos of them like that and like stories and conspiracies that there was like some chemistry there, you know?
I mean, if you would be like insane to not have chemistry with Margot Robbie.
Yeah. Or Will Smith though.
Yeah.
Will Smith is so daddy.
He is so daddy. But I don't know if he doesn't curse.
Keep your wife's name out of my fucking mouth.
Oh, did he say that? I thought he said goddamn mouth.
Oh,
and I feel like that was like as far as he would go.
That's okay though, right?
Yeah.
Should I make that my new thing? Just no swearing.
Yeah, like you're like barnacles. Wait, isn't that? Wait, what? We should have been fucking Barnacle Boy and Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. I kind of feel like that's what we are, to be honest. Like,
I know for some reason it's like the same fucking realm.
Yeah, something's giving me major Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy vibes from us right now. What the fuck was that?
I can't. I was thinking about this time that I dressed up for a guy and like I just went down this whole fucking like thing. It was just weird. I don't have to.
What's your favorite Halloween costume you've ever worn?
Can I tell you something that I did last year that I'll like never get over?
What?
Like, so I got reminded of it yesterday because I was dressed as the fembot with the big wig. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, like I bought the fembot costume last year and I really wanted to go out in it. And it's like a very slutty fembot. Like you can see your whole ass through it and stuff like that. So like I wore it for Trisha's podcast, but I was like, fuck, I still want to like go out in this because it's like hot, you know? And Trisha was like, take the wig, like wear the wig. And I was like, oh, I don't need the wig. Like I'll do the wig on the podcast and go full out. But if I go out in it, like I'm just going to have my normal hair. And then Ari and everyone was like, no, like commit, like do it.
That is such a part of the fembot situation.
I agree. But last year, I think it was Zach B. I don't remember. Someone had a party at Delilah, for, like on actual Halloween. And it was like such an exclusive party. And like
you were Pamela with the big hat?
Yes. And like I think like the Jenners went and like I think Justin Bieber was there at one point. Like I was in a room of just like 200 people and like the guest list was like very insanely niche. I was like, I want to give full out. I want to like really do the damn thing. And I was Pamela Anderson with the big ass pink hat and the bright blue eyeshadow up to my eyebrows and the long beaded maxi skirt and like the whole nine. Ari didn't want to go out, so I didn't even have like a Tommy. Like I was just this like singular bitch. And I kid you not, the hat is huge, like 5 times bigger than this hat on my head right now.
You're probably knocking
like,
people the fuck over.
And I show up and like I just remember I walk in and Sky Bree was wearing like cop slutty lingerie. And Stassi Baby was wearing like a little crop top and like little shorts.
That was the night her and Jaden met.
And everyone there was just like slutty chill. I was
slutty Shrek
with bright blue eyeshadow on and a giant
You looked
pink,
insane. You're like making it sound like you were dressed as a clown. You were dressed as Pamela Anderson.
But it's still, I could feel the energy. Like, I feel like when you're like, I felt like in Mean Girls when like Lindsay Lohan shows up
like, and she has like the little like teeth.
Like that's how I fucking felt like in that moment. And it was like, I look back on that and I can just think about my interactions with everyone at that party and I like have the ick so viscerally. Like I will never.
I don't think you should.
I love to go full out for certain things. Like I think that could have been appreciated in different environments, but like that one I should have just been like a chill little hot girl. You know what I mean? And it's like, why?
I don't know. I say fully commit. I think it was a sleigh.
It's just,
I
don't know.
I was slutty Shrek at that party.
You were slutty Shrek? How do you even do that?
I looked nothing like Shrek. Honestly, I just like, I didn't have a costume and I was like, whatever. And I didn't know I was going to go.
Did you have the horns?
Yeah, I had like a little, yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
And I was in a green suit.
It's so funny that night too, because I remember I was like still peak toxic with Chris Miles, and it was like I was like, don't worry, like I'm gonna hook up with someone else, you know what I mean?
Oh my god!
And then I'm walking around with this big pink fuzzy hat on and blue eyeshadow, and it's like someone wants the black cat in the corner.
No, something about Halloween, I always end up. The last 2 years in a row, I've ended up back with the same guy. Okay, on Halloween. And the first time I was a deer with full deer makeup, like really intense deer makeup, and had to like go home with deer makeup on in the morning. And last year I was Julia Fox with like the full black eye and like so crazy. And he just had to like wake up to me looking like that.
It is that there's nothing. I always say that even with Trevor Wallace with the bunny ears, like there's nothing like waking up in someone's bed in your Halloween costume.
The Julia Fox makeup. I wish you could have seen how I have a photo, I think, of me that morning. So bad.
Yeah, it is really bad. So I think my new thing is just like for actually going out, just being like a proper slut, so that, you know, I got a cop costume. Ooh. And I'm so excited because I've never been a cop. It says Officer Agent Stiletto or something. Oh. And I'm so excited because I'm just going to run around and like act like the police.
Triggered. I'm like, I just almost got arrested.
Oh my God, I'm going to pull you over. But like, how funny is that? Like policing our friends, like, oh, you're too drunk.
So funny. You should arrest somebody. Oh my God. Do you know what I was just talking about with someone? Which is so crazy. This is like one of the things that I look back on in college. And I'm like, how did we get away with that?
What?
We used to have parties. I
have a story for
you. They were like shackles and, God, I forget what they were called. But basically the concept of the party was like you would be matched up, like a sorority would be matched up with a fraternity, and then you would pick names out of a hat, and the name that you picked was whoever you had, like was your date for this party, okay? And the concept of the party is that you are handcuffed together with a full bottle of liquor, and you are not allowed to unhandcuff from each other until you finish the whole thing. And 9 times out of 10, you never finished it, and you just end up fucking the guy because you're handcuffed together.
I'm changing my party's theme.
Is that not the craziest?
I'm changing my party's theme.
It's really crazy if you think about like how, first of all, dangerous that is, and like just the fact that we didn't get like kicked off campus. Panhellenic has like the most crazy rules for like what you can and cannot do, and that's technically like so hazing because like you're required, like you have to do it.
Have we ever talked about hazing on this podcast?
I didn't get hazed.
Hunter's hazing stories haunt me like to this day. Like when he tells me what he went through in college, like
the boys go through a lot more.
There's 2 that blow my mind. Like they locked them in a room and they had to like finish a handle of alcohol as well or something like that. But then they covered the whole floor in bottle caps and like made them crawl around on their hands and knees, and until every bottle cap was filled with blood, they could leave.
Oh my God.
Is that not crazy? And then another one, they brought them all out made them finish a handle, like spun them around, like all that type of shit, beat the shit out of them with bags over their heads, dropped them off in a field in the middle of nowhere, and then put a puppy in the middle of all of them and said, like, when this puppy is killed by one of you, you guys can all like leave. And you're like a part of the fraternity. And then everyone like was out in the middle of the forest for like 20 hours or something like that. And then eventually like some guy like folded and was like, I'll just do it. And like went to go, like was like, I'll do it. Like I'll be the one, and was like gonna go kill the puppy. And then the fraternity brothers come out and they were like, just kidding. Like we just wanted to see if anyone would do it. Like you can't be in the fraternity, to the guy who like admitted to kill the puppy.
Good.
That's
okay,
good.
Mr. Puppy Slayer. But yeah, the boys get it bad. That's how like so many people die from fraternity hazing. That's
which is
like
so crazy.
They're so strict about it like now, but it's just like sororities and fraternities. Like I wish you could have just lived through it because it's so
I just was never that type of person. I would have been like, I don't want to be a part of this so bad. I would have been so like TanaCon. I would have been like, I'm starting my own sorority across the street.
For sure. It's crazy because like you so would have never been involved. Like you would have not wanted to be involved in that at all. But it was like I was drinking the Kool-Aid. I was so obsessed with that shit. Like we would have like it was fun though because like it made you feel like you were a part of something, and it was so exclusive that you just like felt like it was cool.
And it's like toxic. Like we're a family.
Yeah, and we had like for example, there was like a white trash wedding. Like part of one of the homecoming themes, like the same thing with the Shackles party, was like a white trash wedding. Somebody from the fraternity and somebody from the sorority gets picked to be like the bride and groom, and everyone shows up in like the most white trash outfits, like tits out, fucking gaps in their teeth, and like they actually get married, and it's the coolest, like most fun thing. Alex Earl did it, and
yeah,
Alex
I saw that.
Alex was the wife. I don't know if hers was white trash themed, but.
When you were talking about college parties, it reminded me of a story that I've never told on this podcast that I have to tell you. It's also Halloween themed.
Love.
But so my first boyfriend ever, really like serious boyfriend was this guy named Summer. And I've talked about Summer like a million times. You know, he was the one who blackmailed me and sued me, and the worst person historically in my entire life that I've ever dated. And us trying to break up was very much like I would try to break up with him, and like there was just a lot of emotional, I hate just throwing the word abuse around there, but like looking back, that's definitely like what it felt like, at least to me. Where it was like I would try to break up with him, and then it just like wouldn't happen. He like wouldn't let me, and like I like felt like I couldn't get out of the relationship or whatever.
Yeah,
and then
that's
and I always tell people that like I cheated on him so much because like he just wouldn't, like I would be like, I don't want to break up with you, I want to be with other people, and he would be like, no. And then I was like, well, what do you want me to fucking do? And it was also just in the beginning of my career, and I'd never like all these people I'd like grown up having crushes on and just shit like that, whatever. And I was finally getting like more attractive as well, so I was like trying to just live out my single dream, but he would not let me break up with him. And obviously looking back now, I would literally like get a restraining order. Like I would find a way, you know, to break up with someone.
But when you're young, you're just like, ugh.
Yeah, it was just like the most toxic thing in my whole life, right? And this was towards the end of our relationship. He was going to college at UNR Reno. And it's so crazy because it was a 9-hour drive away from Vegas, or an hour flight, but like we would always just make the drive. Like, and so me.
Oh my God.
What?
Sorry, I think I know the story you're going to say.
I don't know if you do. You might.
You told me it once, but I forget like what it is. I just remember vaguely.
So Ashley, Isabella, and I drive down to Reno. Isabella was also dating a guy who went to college in Reno at the time. So we were like, let's make this 9-hour drive, and we drive down, and I get there to see him, and we decide that our matching costume is going to be the Joker and Harley Quinn. And so I am like full Harley Quinn boots, like red and blue fucking pigtails, like the bat, whole nine. He is the Joker. And we show up to this party. And a lot of people that I grew up in Vegas with went to college at Reno. Like a lot of people do that because it's still in state, but they want to get out away from home, like whatever. Yeah. So this guy that I'd had a crush on, like all of in high school, and he was like the hot older brother of like, he was like
it's
the hot
always the older brothers,
like the rich,
so much hotter.
The rich opposing school to my school, the most popular girls in that school, it was their older brother. So he was like one of the hottest people, just like everyone wanted him. You know what I mean? And I get there, and I'd always had a crush on him. And I go out as Harley Quinn, and I got to the party, I think, before my boyfriend at the time. And this guy starts hitting on me. And I'm like, there's no way. Like, I wish I could tell my younger self this. I'm texting all my friends. I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like, I've wanted you so fucking bad. Like, whatever. And he's like, are you single? Because I'd been dating Summer for like a year at this point. And like, of course, yep. I'm like, absolutely. And he's like, then why are you here? Why are you in Reno? And I'm like, I just wanted to come up for the party.
Like a 9-hour drive. Like, I just wanted to come for the party.
He's like, where are you staying? I'm like, oh, just around. You know, I'm fully staying at Summer's house, like whole night, whatever. Summer gets to the party, and he's like, so why the fuck is he dressed as the Joker then? Like, and he just knows I'm clearly fucking taken. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I make up this whole elaborate lie. I'm like, he's so fucking crazy. And he was so fucking crazy. He deserved this. Like, I would do it again. But I'm like, he's so fucking crazy. He just wanted to dress as the Joker because I was Harley Quinn, like trying to make up this whole thing. And he's like, Summer keeps coming up to me like, hey, babe. And I'm like, stop. Like, just this whole nine, whatever. And I make it my life's mission that night to get Summer like so fucking drunk. So I'm just like making him take shots, like throwing mine away, whatever. And then I get him so drunk that I'm like, let's have an after party at your house, like blah, blah, blah. And we go back to his house. I invite this guy, and I like take him upstairs, and I tuck Summer in, and then I hook up with the other guy as Harley Quinn while my Joker is upstairs on the couch in his house.
That is a horrible story that I love so much. I think that is so inspirational. Well, listen, normally that would be horrible. Like, you hear stories about somebody hooking up with like someone when they're in the different room, like the Tom Sandoval situation.
I'm going on his podcast this week.
What?
I don't know. Who is he?
Bestie, I think you might want to look into it.
Can you just...
I don't know. I guess adultery is kind of like, whatever.
No, adultery is horrible, and cheating is horrible again. But if someone's abusive and won't let you out, try to cheat your way out. You know what I mean? It worked for me. But...
unless, of course, it's on me.
Don't be abusive.
Well, it depends on who you're asking, you know? Like, I don't think I'm abusive.
Yeah.
No one thinks they're abusive.
That is crazy.
So did he ever find out?
I don't know.
Well, now he knows.
I mean,
Summer, that blows.
He blackmailed me, took all my money, bought a fucking Mercedes. Like, sorry, I fucked someone hotter than you. Cry me a river.
Cry me a river. Oh, but Britney Spears says Justin Timberlake has a small dick. Is that real? Did she really say that, or am I just like believing everything I see? I thought
she said that she got pregnant with his baby and he didn't want it.
She did say that. That's, I guess, probably a little bit more important.
I'm really excited to read her book. There's a lot of speculation that like she didn't fucking write it and it's just another like part of the, you know.
I mean, I think that it's possible that she might have had help, but I believe it's her story.
I hope it's her story. I'm excited to read it. Dude, when I went to the Dancing with the Stars taping, it's so funny because I've been so motherfucking, and I still am. I just want to say that before I even get into this, but I'm so team Britney and fuck her family for everything that they did to her. But I sit down at the Dancing with the Stars taping and there's like seats like right next to mine, and all the seats have like the names of the person and like their guest, you know. So it was like Tana, Mongeau, guest of Lele Pons, like someone guest of Harry Jowsey, someone guest of whoever, whatever. And I look like 5 seats down and it's like Lynn Spears, guest of Jamie Lynn Spears. And I didn't know Jamie Lynn Spears was even going to be on this season, let alone Britney's fucking mother's just like coming. So we all sit down and I'm like spending the whole first like 30 minutes watching Lynn Spears. I'm like, you evil fucking evil cunt. Like, oh my God, you know? And I've always, you know, ever since all this shit, like I'm not a Jamie Lynn Spears stan at all, obviously. And obviously people see what they see on TV, but when you're watching the taping, you get to see how people are reacting when the cameras aren't on. And Jamie Lynn was the only person that before she danced, she was like crying and praying and super praying. Like you could like see her, like, you know what I mean? And I was like, it was so weird to me to like see her have emotion and like clearly be like scared for something and like crying and like whatever. And I was like, it's so weird. You're a person.
Yeah. I struggle with it a little bit because I've seen it firsthand, like in our lives and, you know, our friends and stuff where like the internet and stuff just has it so wrong, or they just like are so wrong about somebody. So it's like, what if like we think she's like this evil conniving bitch and she's just not?
Yeah.
But like, I mean, the signs are there.
It's actually like everyone I know that's worked with Jamie Lynn Spears tells me that she's like the best person ever. Yeah. Which is kind of wild. But like, if she did that shit to Britney, she's not, you know? Who's Tom Sandoval? And should I not go on his podcast?
Do you don't, of course you don't watch Vanderpump Rules. I actually don't either, but like, long story short, it's like if I was fucking Chris Miles.
Really?
Yeah, and he would be Chris Miles in that situation.
So he fucked his girl's bestie.
Like for a long time. Like,
were they like together?
And they were all just like always together, filming together. They were all on a show together. Out?
Oh, I'm about to be so fucking, like, that's the thing is I'm so the type of person where it's like, now my mindset is not like, oh, I'm afraid to go on. I'm about to walk in and be like, sup, cheater. Like, that's so funny. I'm going to haze him.
My sailor Steve is lost at sea.
My sailor Steve is lost at sea.
Yeah, my little guy with the boat. He's like literally lost at sea right now. His boat just like, the steering just simply stopped working.
Brooke, Amber, the probability of you being on that boat is like, it's not no. Like you very much could have been on the boat when that happened.
Yeah, everyone was saying that in the group chat, but I'm like, that would have been my dream. Like
to be lost at sea
with the sexiest man ever. Yes.
That's actually so true.
Just us two. What is there to do in the middle of the ocean?
I keep thinking of that Wolf of Wall Street scene where like he's driving the boat like super fast and shit, and it's like scary. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, when they're supposed to go to her aunt's like funeral or whatever.
Yeah, but like, dude, what?
I just think that
is he like literally lost at sea?
Well, his steering was broken for a length of time, and then I guess like he had like 2 engines or something, and
was he alone?
He had to like only go forward or back. I don't know. Yeah, he was alone. And I'm like, baby, I would have been there. Jonah Hill was so fucking good in that movie. And Leo. I wish Leo wasn't such a little creeper.
I was just thinking that about Jonah Hill.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Us eating the McDonald's right now is reminding me so much of McDonald's Gate, our first tour scandal, where people were so mad that we ate McDonald's at our Pittsburgh show on stage.
Sorry.
But I tweeted today and I was like, what should we talk about? And people said Britney Spears and a bunch of pop culture shit. But someone said that we should try to recall a memory or a funny story from each city of tour. And I kind of want to try.
All right. Where did we start?
We started in New Haven, Connecticut.
Best shows ever. I mean, maybe it's because they were our first ones, but I just felt like
no, there was something so special about New Haven. It's like, it actually really is like a fun ass city, and the people were so drunk. I think the venue was also so dope. Like Toad's Place is an iconic.
And they honored us. That was my favorite part, is they did the little, like, they gave us a bottle of Dom, and they said they're going to put our names on the wall forever.
Oh, for sale. Yeah, and they have all the names of people who've performed there, and it's like every single celebrity.
Like Kanye West, like Snoop
Every
Dogg,
celebrity
like,
you could possibly think of. Like literally like old.
Bob Dylan, like just everyone.
Everyone. Cardi B. Like I just literally everyone. I really liked New Haven. I'm trying to think. That was where.
Loved it. Burger pop-up. Good pizza. Yeah. Honestly, it was fun. It was a vibe. We had Chris Miles and crew with us.
That last night in New Haven was so crazy. I don't know if we did talk about this. So we were also with Mike Malak, and he's like from right there. So he's like very much connected in the city. And I underestimated the fact that the rest of the tour wouldn't be anything like that. I think that like, I just thought that in each city we would keep going out and finding all these fun clubs and be able to be connected in so many places. And it just, a lot of the other cities weren't giving that same energy. You know?
Also, like, it wasn't a sustainable lifestyle. Like, we were like going out drinking after the shows when we were already so tired. Like, if we tried to do that in every city, we would die.
We would absolutely die. That's why I went sober, obviously. But Mike brought us to this club, and I can't remember the name of it.
Oh yeah, and it was like where all the things were like beds.
It was so. I've never been to a club like this in my entire life except for this club. It was like a normal club, like dance floor, bar, like all the patrons are just in a normal club, and then it's like. Lots of clubs offer back rooms and like booths and shit. But this one, like, it was like I don't know how to explain it, but like.
The best way to describe it to me would be like the inside of a McDonald's play place. Like just padded floor, but like a little cubby.
Like this whole room was just bed.
Yeah.
With like tables coming out of the bed. So everyone was just like hooking up.
Yeah, it was like an orgy person's dream.
And we started off our tour with that. Like an orgy room. Which is kind of fucking crazy. And then I'm trying to think. Then we went to Harrisburg. I fell out of the tour bus.
That was beautiful.
I really underestimated how badly my hand would scar.
Is it bad?
Oh, it doesn't look that bad right now. But look at like the hole.
Yeah.
And it's like when I spray tan, it turns like dark black. Like right in there because it's like a hole and it like collects all the spray tan. And like all week I was like, this is so embarrassing. And my bone is still wonky. Like I think I did do something.
Could have been worse. Could have been like your teeth or something.
That's true. I really did catch myself pretty well.
Then we went to Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh
was a little shaky.
That was the city that brewed all the scandals, but I'm happy that they happened because I think it made our tour so much fucking better.
Yeah, we got like a low-key a little canceled for that.
That was the only city where they like didn't want us to be drunk. I haven't experienced that anywhere else.
Well, I think I definitely crossed the line a little bit. I was like, I couldn't speak. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's like the crowd was egging it on. Like at one point the crowd was chanting like take a shot, take a shot, take a shot.
And it was like that Jake Paul juice or whatever, and everyone's like, drink it. So then I drank it, and I did black out, and I did lose speaking abilities.
I think we gave it just like doing the podcast drunk, you know, like it a lot of people enjoyed it, but certain people did not.
I get it though. Sometimes, like, I mean, as much as it's like fun and stuff to see like your people drink, it's also like if I paid money to go somewhere, I don't know if I would want to see someone that blacked out, as blacked out as I was. So I apologize.
But like when I think about you on stage, like you were still talking and telling stories.
Yeah, but I saw some videos and I was like,
I guess that's true.
I tried to block it out, but biggest crowd we had, so I just
that is what like haunts me about Pittsburgh.
It's the worst part because like we have those photos and videos and it's the biggest crowd like ever, and I have to think every time I see that many people
was our, like in my opinion, got our worst show. Yeah. And like I've talked to so many people who tour and they're like, you can't be like, not every show is going to be your best show, and you've got to like understand that, and not every crowd is going to be.
Yeah, there's also something to be said. Sorry, I just cut you off so bad, but when there's that many people, sometimes it can feel less personal too. So it's like, it's harder to like, I don't know.
It is. It's so interesting. I was talking to Trevor about this. Like I am really trying to work on not allowing the energy of the crowd to affect my like mental health.
I never understood that until we started touring. I had when people would say that, I'd be like, what do you mean it was a bad crowd?
Certain crowds, even especially in stoner cities where everyone's like high versus like a drunk city where everyone's drunk versus like a sober city where everyone's like, no, like I don't know where we were. I think San Diego, we did 3 shows there, and like it was so crazy the differences in the crowds. Like one crowd, everyone was so high and quiet. It was like And then it's crazy because afterwards everyone's like, that was the best show ever. Like, you guys did so good. I was getting tweets.
And
so
I'm like,
much.
are you sure you thought you hated it?
I don't think they cheered one fucking time.
Yeah,
and then the next crowd was
night,
like blackout drunk, screaming their heads off, like throwing shit on the stage, like fucking nuts. And it's like the difference, like after the high crowd, I was like, oh my God. Like, I
really
felt like
strange.
them, like all
but
quiet and
I
shit.
have a hard time. Like, I don't know if you feel this way too, but like, it immediately sets the tone, like right in the beginning. Like when I make a couple jokes and they don't laugh, I like immediately shut down, and then it's like the show's gonna suck from now on because I just feel like
But then we could do that same show and people will be like cackling at the joke, so then you go to do it again.
Like, I'll make the same jokes to 2 different crowds, and one crowd will like literally roar with laughter, and one of them will just literally.
And
like,
then it's
crickets.
like, is the joke fucking funny or not?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, how do you even know?
Maybe it's the like inflection or like delivery or something.
And it's like, I wonder if people like Theo Vaughn or like whoever who do like a million shows, like, do they care?
Yes. Matt Rife used to always say like it's he would always say like tonight was such a fucking shitty crowd, or like they didn't laugh.
Trevor Wallace was telling me that the other day. He was like, yeah, it doesn't really like, that's never gonna change. And I was like, damn, like I want to get it unlocked to where I like feel the same, regardless of like, I don't want to absorb the crowd's energy.
Yeah,
it's scary.
I think at a certain point it probably, like, I'm sure it does not bother like Trevor or Matt or like people who have been doing it for a long time.
Bother is the wrong word. Like, I don't come off the stage bothered by it. I come off the stage feeling whatever they were feeling. Like,
yeah,
I feel
you like absorb it. Like,
yeah, like on some Megan Fox shit.
This is like the first and last time I will ever wear a fucking red wig.
Honestly, Brooke, I sincerely feel like you look so with red hair.
I'm gonna borrow that wig for when I'm sexy red.
I kind of want to be sexy red.
It's so funny because when I think red hair, I can think of like every bitch I've ever known with red hair, and they all have like the same personality. I don't
like
mean
red,
I don't
or
mean
like red?
like Kendall Jenner, like a ginger vibe. Yeah. I mean like they dyed their hair red, whether it's dark red or that red. Like
I saw someone do a bit the other day. I saw someone do a bit the other day that was like, I love when I see someone with turquoise hair because I just immediately know I fucking hate them. And it's so true. Like, no, it's not true. But like, you can really tell a lot about a person by the color of their hair.
Like red hair. I was so red hair coated in high school. Like my personality, like growing up.
I'm surprised you never did hit like a red hair moment.
You know, especially when my hair was brown. Like in that era, I was so red hair coated.
You have like a red hair voice. You have like a voice that would have this color
have
hair.
a red hair voice. I don't know how to explain that.
It's like the rasp, like kind of like Emma Stone.
Yeah, but she's like a soft red hair. Like I'm thinking like that bitch from like. No, can't say that.
It's so funny you just said fuck me fire truck red. It's when I was like dating Bella Thorne, like she would just have all these business ventures, and one of them was a makeup line, and she like insisted on naming the products herself, and like one of the lipsticks was fuck me fire truck red. And Amari just like, you took that one home.
And it's just so funny because, you know,
imagine somebody like swatching it on YouTube and being like, in the shade fuck me fire truck red.
No, and again, you know how she is. Like, just imagine her like, that's genius, Bella. My baby, I love you. I support all your endeavors. You're a genius. Funny.
Absolutely, every time. That is like my problem.
Yeah.
But it's like, at the time, I was like, she is a visionary. She did teach me a lot. She is
very smart, honestly.
But then shit like that is like kind of crazy.
It's just like it's just like, there's just so many other instances that I could like.
Tell me.
Like, just like the normalizing, like, or just like thinking, like, just like the craziest shit is just like, okay, like, honestly, I don't know if I want to say it, but like how she would just like brush her teeth with coconut oil in a rag.
We already said
that like an episode ago.
We did talk about that.
Yeah. She invented oil pulling.
It's crazy
Can you
what
believe
you'll put up with when you just like are in awe of someone.
Shampooing her hair with beer every 3 days.
I'm surprised you weren't.
I know.
She's like, it gets you drunk faster.
No, in that case,
Could you imagine?
pour it
Have
on
you
my
ever
head.
done the like tampon drunk thing? I feel like
no,
if I
but
knew anyone who was
one of
gonna
our
do it, it'd
best
be you.
friends has.
Really?
And it worked.
Who?
Like one of our best friends was like really going through something, and they would put fill the tampon with vodka and put it up their ass.
If you think about it, that's not drinking.
Well, a lot of people, it was like a fad in LA when I first got here. I actually remember that when I first moved to LA, that was one of the first things where I was like, oh, so this is what this city's like, is all these girls were like going through an eating type of thing. And they were like, I can't have the calories of alcohol, so I'm going to fill a tampon with it and put it up my ass. And it was like kind of common for like,
why does that have to be your ass? Does it? I don't think it has
Well,
to be
imagine
your
in your
ass.
puss. That would
I think you do that.
Ooh, like your pH.
Well, why, your asshole would burn too.
Yeah, I think anywhere would burn. Your throat burns when you drink alcohol.
But like, think about bleaching your asshole. Like, you can, like, it could take more.
How's it going for you, by the way?
You have
I actually like stopped doing it for a while, and I was last night. I swear to God, the last thought I had before I went to sleep was like, I need to get back on routinely bleaching my asshole.
So do you like bend over in the mirror, spread them, and like?
I could do
a
it with my eyes
cream?
closed in the dark.
Wait, so what does it do to your asshole?
Well, I found this product. It's on my Amazon storefront. Seriously, it's amazing. That's like, you know, Jergens Natural Glow.
Yeah.
Like how every time you put it on, you gradually get more tan.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Jergens Natural Glow for asshole bleach. Like every time you put it on, your asshole gets a little lighter.
What is it called? Like, what is the product itself called? Like, is it like
something funny, like something butt
like
play
anal?
It
something?
sounds like a brand deal that Natalie would give me.
And it sounds like you wouldn't do it, and I would be begging for it.
The amount of colon cleanse brand deals she's sent me in the past
No
month.
way.
You know what's funny is I texted her the other day, and I was like, if Brooke's not going to do the colonic brand deal, I will. And you know, Natalie, she was like, you're a star, T.
The other day she brought me like some butt plug for gays type of thingy.
She'll do
it.
Yes, I will.
No, she's been reaching out to the gays too. I know she reached out to Ty or whatever. And then apparently I don't have a... Well, first actually, she goes, how much would it take for you to promote this on Instagram or TikTok? And I was like...
You're like, I'll do it for free.
I was like... I was like, how much are they offering? She was like, as much as it would take.
Wait, I'm texting her right now.
I mean, well, they want a bigger male audience. I guess I don't have a big enough male audience for that. Guys, if you're out there and you don't follow me because
so I can promote this butt plug
Yep.
to keep the lights on. What is like the footiest thing you've ever promoted? Or like footiest brand deal you've ever done?
You first.
I need to think.
You've got a lot under your belt. Do you remember your first brand deal?
MeUndies.
Honestly, that's still a good one.
That's not bad.
No, it was all downhill from there.
Wait, you know, that's what all the billboards are that Savannah's on.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
all MeUndies.
She looks
And she's
sorry,
on
dude.
every billboard in town. I'm like, what the fuck? They didn't tell her either.
Wow. Imagine being surprised one day and just on a billboard.
She was. And it was like on Sunset, on PCH, like.
Thank you. I feel like my first brand deal ever, I literally think it was like Smile Sciences.
What was mine? I don't know.
But I was also the type of person, like, when I had, like, I'd have, like, 10K, and I was, like, emailing every brand. Like, I had, like, a template. Like,
I just remember I had so many brands that would like sign on to work with me. And like a lot of the deals that I was doing at this time in like 2019 would be like, you know, when you sign a contract and it's like, okay, we want her to do 3 YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'll never forget with BetterHelp, the like,
I need a BetterHelp deal, seriously, because
right,
like,
BetterHelp is amazing. Like it, you know, we prefer Cerebral over here, but I'm just saying. I remember
I prefer
did
whichever
mine.
one's gonna give me a sponsorship.
That's Cerebral.
oh,
sponsors
honestly,
canceled.
I have a funny one.
But BetterHelp dropped me. They were like,
Yeah.
she doesn't have to do the rest of them. Like they just my brand didn't.
well, what they
align
should have
with
done
theirs.
is given you more coupons so that you could get help with your ADHD, and then they get their videos done.
Yeah, honestly.
You know what's funny is they needed, one time she was doing a Tender Greens deal and they needed the videos so badly that Jordan was like, honestly, Amari, like, will you film it and we'll just put it on her story and like,
I was
he was like,
heavily
I'll
on
give
drugs.
you some money. And like, I literally did a handstand with a Tender Greens bag. And like, it was like,
That's so sad when I think back to that time. I was just like so heavily on Xanax and like depressed. And it was like, instead of like, why can't she do something as simple as a Tender Greens brand deal? The narrative was like, oh, we'll just have Amari do it on her story. That's some fucking conservatorship
I mean, all
shit.
they really wanted was your viewership, so I guess they got what they paid for.
Absolutely. I'm more so just like, did anyone check on me?
I feel like you wouldn't have remembered if they had.
At all?
we're like, we did.
Yeah, we for sure were.
One time I promoted, honestly, I like the brand Anchor. You know what that is, like the chargers and like the electronics brand or whatever. But I promoted these like glasses that like are Bluetooth. They play music like in your ears. They don't go in your ears. But I was like, it was just the funniest shit ever. And like their charger, like I was like, this.
Yeah,
charger
I feel
is,
like I used to just do whatever wanted to like pay me, and now I like have more the freedom to be like, no.
Oh, sorry, I cut you off. I also used to just be so excited that a brand wanted to work with me that I'd be excited, and now it's like I have.
Me
to,
too,
like,
but I
think
was
about-
telling you this today. I really am careful because I notice when someone sells something or like posts about something that I know they don't fucking use, and I will never trust that person again.
I remember that when I first started the podcast, I like read my ads, you know, the voice I use, you know? And I realized that from now on, if I'm ever doing a brand deal that I feel disingenuous in filming, I can just use that voice and
everyone will know.
But the brand won't know.
That's honestly genius.
Do you remember, Amari, that time we were stranded in New York City?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, I take it back. This is the one.
We were stranded in New York City, like no flights out. It was like during Fashion Week or something, and I had to stay there for work, and every hotel was sold the fuck out, and it got real desperate. I'm talking like we're on the side of the road with our suitcases, like what do we do?
Oh no!
And we had Natalie just start reaching out to all the sketchy people she knew in New York City to give us a place to stay in exchange for like, what can they promote? What can they do for your business? Like whatever. And we were so stranded. I'll never forget like a bike, like we were sitting on the side of the road with all of our luggage and someone was biking and then someone hit the biker with their car.
Yep.
And we were like stranded. And Natalie, right after this happened, right after we made sure the biker was okay.
Just think about that. Like we were rock bottom.
Like,
yeah.
Natalie found these people who let us stay in their house in exchange for promoting their company, and their company was a Juul charger that you would use your phone's battery to charge the Juul. So it like fucked up your phone.
This too.
Wait, in my head, I'm like, that is a brilliant invention.
Yeah, we thought so.
Yeah, but then also like just
But
all
your
that
phone's like,
for a place to stay.
yeah, that's crazy. Like you really couldn't have just
And
booked a hotel.
They stayed there with us. Like, I don't think
Oh,
we
that's
even had
scary.
the
Like
place
you
to
guys were doing
ourselves.
like a exchange program where you like
no,
stay with the
and it
family.
wasn't like it was an empty house. It was like their bed, like their clothes were in the closets. Like it was like
that is
it was
hilarious.
like to have a sleepover.
Wow.
I think it's really funny today that you guys are dressed as McDonald's or the Hamburglar and Ronald McDonald. Yeah.
How can you not tell?
Well, because you have a fucking red wig on, so I don't know
Ronald
if this
McDonald
is
is a redhead.
well, I don't know if this is Renee McDonald. Like,
Yeah, I am Renee. I'm like Renee rap.
back in high school, Tana took it upon herself. Actually, this might have been out of high school, which makes this even worse. You fucking immature psycho bitch.
What did I do?
She took the time to turn my Twitter into a McRib. My entire Twitter into a McRib.
That is so funny.
And like sitting in the room with me, like I'm panicking, like sweating, like my account's turning into a McRib, like, and it's like the bio's like, yo, it's McRib, like just like all this shit, McRib tweets going out.
Me tweeting like, I'm back.
Like, yeah, and I'd switch it back, and then it gets switched back to a McRib. And at this time, like I didn't.
Wait, did you not know she was doing
No!
it? That is the
Dude,
funniest thing I've ever heard.
I wasn't
used
even
to
like an
have
influencer
so
yet.
much fun hacking Amari growing up. I did it 3 times successfully.
Wait, I have the best hacking story. I've told it on TikTok. I know I've never told it on Canceled before.
Tell me.
The guy I like was obsessed with in college or in high school. His password to everything was his name. Okay, just his name.
So he deserved
his
it.
name and like the year he was born. Okay, so I knew that about his computers because we used to like date or whatever. And then we went into college, and we used to have like group me's, like group me, like the app. It's like WhatsApp, and you would have group chats of your entire sorority or your entire fraternity. Yeah. So one time I was like, oh, let me see if I can get into this fraternity's group me with his email and that password, because it was like, duh. Like, that's what his password is for everything. Got in. I'm not kidding. We would sit like 10 of us around the computer just reading their group me all day long. We knew every single thing that they said about us. It was horrible. Like, we would like, after a night out, they'd be like, Jesus Christ, like this fucking stupid bitch wouldn't leave all night. Or like they would just talk so much shit about all of us, and we'd see it. But then one day, a photo gets sent from somebody's puppy cam, okay?
No.
And I will never forget it, because a friend of mine, like one of my best friends at the time, her and I had like, we both hooked up with the same guy, like at different times. Yeah,
a history.
It was very much like somebody that we were not interested in. He was just like so hot, and everyone was like, God, you have to do it. Yeah. Yep. Both of us had hooked up with him like probably a dozen times, okay? A photo gets sent of someone sucking his dick, and both of us looked at each other and we didn't know which of us it was. But we knew it was one of us.
What did you do?
Isn't that so? And we couldn't say anything because we didn't want them to log us out. So we literally couldn't ever say anything. And I didn't realize until way later, like, how actually horrible that was. At the time, we were like, oh my God, that's crazy. But like, that is not okay.
And like, how do you even figure it out? Like, you're looking at the back of your head.
It ended up being her, but just the fact that we were both sitting together and we were like, no fucking way.
That's insane. How long were you logged in for?
Oh, the entire year.
I have so many
amazing.
friends.
And they never, ever found out until I made a TikTok about it like 5 years later.
No way. That's incredible.
That's actually impressive as fuck and honestly iconic.
Well, we knew everything. We always knew like if a guy didn't like you, you knew because he sent it in the group chat and then you could just get ahead of it. Like,
it's actually,
but it was definitely self-harm. It was like literally the OG Reddit, but it was like so addicting and we'd have so much fun, like 10 of us at our little sorority table.
So many people I know use their puppy cams as like,
that is so not okay. Like somebody said that to me. Yeah, no, I would never, ever.
I have some friends who will tell people, you know, like, hey, my puppy cam's on, so if we fuck in this room, like whatever. But I've seen so many puppy cam sex tapes.
Mine won't record people. It only records the cat. Like if it's like you can set it to where it doesn't record because otherwise it would be recording all the time when you're just like in your house. Mine only records when I'm not home.
It's kind of fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, that's actually so
pet
true.
cam.
How many people use like their pet cams and stuff, and it's just like I don't
just
know.
so insane. Like we didn't know.
I get one. I don't have a dog. A guy comes over. I'm like, it's my puppy cam.
It's like
He thinks you're schizophrenic.
I guess it could be cool if like you didn't like if they were like in on it and you wanted to just like not have to like set up your phone.
Dude, I like had a day the other day where I rewatched a lot of my sex tapes, and I want to make like a compilation, like a highlights.
Jesus Christ! I want to know what
compilation.
I want to know what was being sold today. Like so badly. Lila does this thing where she'll go to all of her friends' like spicy websites, like messages and captions that get sent out, and like just screenshot them. Or sometimes she's bold. She'll just buy them sometimes. Like I know she's bought ties before.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny because it's just like, damn. And today she sends a screenshot of
just something so out of pocket that came from Tana.
Well, I want to clarify very quickly. I do make a lot of my captions on these websites. However, sometimes I do just let my team get spunky with it because they like know.
Yeah.
Like they know what people are going to like buy.
For sure.
And what's going to, you know, get me to that 6-figure, 7-figure month. And I do a lot of stuff on there. Fuck.
Brooke, do you want to hear this? Mm-hmm. It's a 47-minute video, first of all. And it goes, I just filmed porn. Can you believe we fucked 11 times? 11.5 inches of British horsecock destroying us both. Cream pied and filmed it. This shit is fucking crazy. I can't believe I'm exposing myself like this. 47 minutes. What is it? Do I buy it? Like,
literally buy it.
Buy it.
Oh, and like what gets me is 11.5 inches of British horsecock destroying us both. Who
That's
goes
not getting
there?
spunky with it, sister.
It's just like us kicking it with Harry Jowsey.
Right? Like,
I miss him.
oh my god. How do you feel about him on Dancing with the Stars? Have you watched?
I watched the first episode. I think it's great that he's on Dancing with the Stars.
We already kind of talked.
I'm back in my Harry Jowsey era. I'm waiting for him in my lobby. I'm just kidding.
I have had a crush on this comedian for like a while now.
Which one?
And
oh, I told Trisha I'm in love with Theo Vaughn, and we like talked about it, unfortunately, for like way too long.
That's the thing. You cannot like. We'll graze over shit here. Like there, she wants to unpack.
Yeah.
I know. God, I love her. Yeah.
No, it's actually so funny too because yesterday we were there for like 6 hours, and get this, I don't like inconveniencing people, especially like while they're podcasting. So like, wake up at like 10, whatever, and then we go over there, get there at like 1:30. We're there for 6 hours. 6 hours, which is fine. Like, I love being at Trisha's house. Like, I have like an amazing time there, but they're podcasting for 3.5. So we're like sitting in this room and like, it's like getting hot. Like we're in silence. I felt like I was taking like the SAT. And as soon as we get to like the glam room, before they even start, my phone dies.
So did you see you yesterday?
And I was just like, no, I was just sitting there all day.
I was wondering. I was like, are we like? I thought we were like so interesting.
No, you guys were interesting though, actually. But I was just sitting there with a dead phone the entire time, and then we get outside as they were leaving, and she's like, "Will you film something like horizontal on your phone?" And I was like, "Tana, my phone's been dead since we got here." Everyone was like, "What? What?" I was like,
okay, wait. I need to actually explain this to you really quickly.
Wait, okay, soon.
Stand-up
I
comedian.
Really have to go.
I've had a big crush on him. We went and saw him at the show with the heckler.
Yes.
And he has a wife. He does a whole stand-up bit about his wife.
Wait, what?
Not the heckler, like the stand-up comedian. I didn't like. I thought he was cute, and then I found out he had a wife, and then I was like, oh, whatever.
Okay.
And whenever I post like my hair different colors, like people just come out of the woodworks. I feel like some guys are just not into blonde. So if I post,
That's what happened to me when I dyed my hair. All of a sudden, like literally the polar opposite guys were interested in me.
and it's so hurtful too, because like sometimes it'll be like my crushes being like, you've never looked better, like, and then I'm like,
The heckler.
the heckler did say that to
And
me.
she
and someone
debated,
else.
literally, like, rose out of bed and she was like, Amari, I'm going to the hair shop tomorrow. Like, we're going to get box dye if we have to.
I think
But
it'd be
this
amazing.
this comedian just slid in my DM saying on your brunette shit, and then like, how are you, and like all this shit, and I'm like, don't you have a wife?
Maybe he.
Oh my god, Ice
fan.
Spice just asked where the party is.
Oh my God. Like, what? Let's
Oh my
keep
god,
it a buck.
you should borrow Trisha's outfit and go as Ice Spice.
I thought that was a scandal, but I guess it's not.
No, as long as you don't actually like physically change the
wig?
color of your
I was
skin.
gonna say, is it a scandal because she's black?
Yeah, it would be if she was like black facing.
We've been filming for 2 hours.
Yeah,
Some of
I'm
this
so
has got to
late.
be usable.
Oh, damn.
Fucking Hamburglar, Ronald McDonald. Amari's here. I love you, Amari. Thank you for coming in and doing your service. We have to go to a White Fox event right now.
I can't wait to change.
I'm not kidding. I want this cape off.